Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash.
double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And Shalom to the elect out there pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity. We're the brothers from GMS Chicago coming at you with another lesson. Alright, and this lesson we're going to go into going into the scriptures, pretty much showing the characteristics of Esau and Jacob, man. And showing you how Esau, Edom, links up to the so-called white man, and Jacob links up to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right, because these characteristics they're in the Bible, all right. But this Esau, Edom, who is now currently running the earth, he's gonna make it his business to keep that hidden, man. To keep those characteristics hidden, so that they don't, we don't find out that he is really Esau, Edom, man. Because according to the Bible, Esau, Edom, and that nation is going to be condemned, man. They're gonna be brought. They're described as the border of wickedness, all right, and their end is destruction, man. And we can actually start with that in Malachi 1. Um, whoever gets to it first, Malachi 1:1, all the way to 4.
This is Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
All right, so there you go. In the Bible, the Most High, the Lord, is telling Israelites that He loves them, man. All right. And Jacob, his name was changed to Israel, man. So Jacob and Israel is interchangeable. All right. So go ahead.
Wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
All right. So there you go. Straight out the Bible, the Most High says He loves the people of Jacob, and He hates the people of Edom, Esau. All right. Go ahead.
And he laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever.
Right, because somebody might get simple and say, oh, he just hated Esau, just that one person. No, man. It goes further in verse 4, and it tells you Esau, well, Esau is Edom, all right? And it goes to tell you about Edom that, yeah, they could build up their high rises, they can build up their cities, but at the end of the day, the Lord was going to bring them down, man. Okay? And it says He's going to call them the border of wickedness, the people whom the Lord has hatred forever, man. All right? So all you have to do is look around the nations of the earth and look at which nation, which people are the border of wickedness, man. All right? And wickedness comes from going against the will of the Heavenly Father, man. Because, you know, if we just jump to verse 1 John chapter 3, verse 4, it says, whosoever committeth sin also transgresseth the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. All right? So if you're committing wickedness, if you're committing sin, all right, you're transgressing the law. All right? And going back to the point, look at which nation is doing that, man. There's only one nation on the earth who specifically goes against the scriptures and the commandments that are written in the Bible, man. All right? The scriptures tell you that a woman should not usurp authority of a man. What does the so-called white man do? He gives her what is that, equal rights, the women's lib movement, all right, and you know, to the point where they're actually over you now, man. All right, you know, if a man gets married to a woman and they get divorced, she gets a paycheck, she gets to keep the kids. Oftentimes, she keeps the house while she brings another man into his home. You know, to pop her, man. You know. Go ahead.
There's Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
And that's exactly what the so-called white man does, man. All right. What are some other examples, man? The women being in authority, homosexuality running rampant. The scriptures talks about against homosexuality, man. And now they push transgenderism. All right. What else, brothers? You know.
You got people. I call it people lying with nature, bestiality.
Oh yeah.
Right, and they made that legal. And they made lying with the beast legal. And they even, and even if it's not legal, they even got dildos for women and men
Yeah.
that has penises shaped as size as different animals, man.
Yep.
You know, and that's bugged out. You know, and the brother was talking about homosexuality, and the scriptures is male and female. According to Esau, there's like 12 different genders out there. You know, LGBTQTYZ,
Right.
you know, group and all that BS.
Right.
You know, Esau is the master of disaster. He's the mad scientist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's that heckle, what is that heckle?
Jekyll Huckle High or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
You know,
Yeah.
mixing pollution.
The dietary.
Yep.
The dietary, man. The scriptures talks about against eating swine, and the so-called white man makes that a delicacy, man. He puts that in your breakfast. He puts it in your lunch. He puts it in your dinner, man.
Yep.
All right. According to the Bible, the scriptures tell you, everything that comes out of the water, the only thing you can eat from that, it has to have fins and scales, man. All right. But what is the so-called white man do as a delicacy? The shrimp, the shrimp, the crab, the lobster. All right.
And that's why the ocean's also polluted too.
Yeah.
Man. They're taking out these crabs, lobster, shrimp, and you know the shrimp and the crab. You know, they're the same thing as the cockroaches, man. They come from the same family called arthropods, man. Look it up on Google, man.
That's right, man.
Those are the shrimp. Those are the roaches of the sea, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know, they're taking out the oysters,
Yep.
which filters the sea, man. I've seen a picture where they had a fish tank full of water, all right, from the ocean, and then two fish tanks full of water from the ocean, and one had oysters, one didn't. The one with oysters was clean water, but with the one that didn't was dirty as hell.
Yeah, and in the beginning, it was the same dirty water, man. So the oysters had sucked up all them toxins, while the other was still dirty, man. And this is what people are taking as shots, man. You know, throwing lemon on it and then taking a shot, man. You're putting all them dirty toxins from the ocean. You know, you're ingesting that, man. All right, the Lord taught us a way to profit, man. All right, but the so-called white man, because he's the border of wickedness, he has pushed forth everything that's specifically contrary to the laws of the Most High. Another example, the Lord tells us not to build house to house right next to each other, man. And now down the city block, you have 30 to 50 houses, 30 to 50 families on the same block, man. Now you can hear next door your neighbor fucking his woman, man. You know, that's madness, man. All right.
You're trying to have a party, you know, and then your neighbors are having a party and shit, and you're trying to go to bed. You got work the next day. It's like, what the fuck, you know?
Exactly, man.
Like, you need your own land. You need your own space, man. So, you know.
Hey, hey, you can look it up. Hey, there's enough room in the size of Texas that everybody can live comfortably in the whole United States in the size of Texas, but they got us all cramped up in these little ass cities, man.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much. Hey, I took a trip out to St. Louis, road trip. Took a road trip out to Des Moines, Iowa, Des Moines. You know, it's a fellowship with brothers, Akim, and for the 4 hours, you know, the first hour was getting out the city, whatever, or the first 30 minutes, and the rest is just open land.
Exactly. Exactly, man. They don't have to do it that way, but the Esau Edom, you know, he just likes to play God, man. He scoffs the God the most that he wants to be himself. He thinks he can do it better, man. All right, you know, because so like just to explain, you know, having all the people together in one place is easier for him to control. You're gonna say the same thing?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's easier for them to control. It's easier for them to monitor. That's why you have cameras everywhere. The so-called white man wants to be like the Most High, have that all-seeing eye. That's why in his dollar bill he has the all-seeing eye above the pyramid, man. All right. He wants. He said, "In God we trust, but breaks every last commandment He gave, man." Their God is Satan, man.
I had a quick scripture for you.
Huh.
Book of 2 Thessalonians 2:30. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. So our people fell away from their heritage hard, man. The so-called Negro, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who are the true Hebrew Israelites, according to the Bible. But reading on, that the man of sin, the sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, and who's the man of sin, the son of perdition, the son of destruction, man? That's the so-called white man, man. He's the one that's flying airplanes in the sky with chemtrails, man, making up GMO foods, polluting the water that we drink, man. All right, by building these factories to pollute the air that we breathe, man. All right, charging us for water, man. You know, and he's a son of this. He's a man of destruction, man. He's the one that's destroying the planet Earth, man. All right, he ain't it ain't niggas, man. A Negro or a Native American or a Hispanic trying to build a oil pipeline through the Mississippi River through right there in South Dakota, man. All right, he's not. It ain't no nigga flying a plane. All right, putting chemtrails in the air. All right, it ain't no nigga experimenting with the foods to make GMO foods, man. That's the so-called white man's inventions, man. All right. Hey, before you Edomites came into the lands of America, man, it was beautiful, man. You guys came in here and fucked shit up, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they had a whole city in Mexico City called Tenochtitlan that was above the water, man. You know, there's rivers and different ducts that went into the city, and they could actually use that water to drink, to bathe. Right now, you go to downtown Chicago, man. That Chicago River, man, you can't do shit with it. You can't drink from there. You can't wash your clothes from it. All right, it's completely polluted, man. All right, this man is the harbinger of death, man. All he brings is destruction, man. Touching back to what the brother said, when the European first came here, they had the custom of not showering, man. All right, the natives had to teach them how to shower, man. How to give them, they gave them perfumes because they stunk, man. All right, you know, at that time, the kings and the queens were only showering bathing once a year, man, because they thought that when they bathed, their pores would open and disease would come in. You know, these people are ass backwards, man. And now they want to act like they're the fair people, like they give everybody an opportunity. They're not racist, like they're not, you know, there's this holy and you know, people that doesn't have any fault with them, that they're fair and everything. But look at how they got this land, man. It was through the rape, rob, and murder of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. They killed over 100 million Negroes and then another 100 million Latinos and Native Americans, man. That's a gang load of people, man. And that was generations upon generations continuing the murder, man. And now all of a sudden, you know, just because slavery ended and segregation ended, now somehow they're this different people, man. They've been longer in slavery than they have been so-called free, man. Why do you think our prisons are still filled with Negroes and Latinos, man? Why do you think our people get gunned down in the street, man? Where the suburbs and the white neighborhoods, they get all the fresh fruit, all right? You know, they get all the money, bigger money packages from the government,
Their
all
own
right?
land, their own space.
Yeah, you know, which at the end of the day they could keep all that shit, man. We're waiting on the Heavenly Father,
Right.
all right? But that goes to show you that those are the characteristics of the Israelites, man. All right, if somebody can get that for me in Deuteronomy 28 and 45.
And let me just read one more verse on this stuff.
Go ahead, go.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and reading on in verse 4. Who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sits in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, man. Alright, and hey, Esau, the so-called white man, hey, he's the one that's painting himself to be like God, man. Alright? He in the school systems he teaches evolution, science. There's no gods, man. But if there's a God, he looks like me. He looks like he has blue eyes and and blonde hair, man. All right, the angels are little babies with diapers on, man. All right, you know, Esau's trying to be like God, man. Why do you think he's trying to implement, you know, the RFID chip, man? You know, trying to make, which is going to be mandatory, which he's going to do, you know, because he wants to see everything you're doing, man. You know, taking a shit, messing, you know, playing around with your girl, you know what I'm saying, having fun with your wife, what you're eating, what you're buying. Esau wants to be like God, man. Why do you think he's trying to limit the Earth's populations? I think it was to 1 million.
I think it's like 500,000 or something like that.
Yeah, but he's not trying to be like God, man.
500 million or something.
You know, but
nah, too much. Yeah. Something
So
right
like
there.
yeah.
The Georgia Guide song, man.
Yeah.
But you got something?
Obadiah. This is that one. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, though thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks.
And then the first verse when it started talking about Esau, Edom, man.
That's right.
All right, he says he dwelled in the clefts of the rocks, man. Do not the so-called white man call themselves Caucasians, man?
Right.
All right, because they come from the Caucasus Mountains.
That's right.
All right, they are cave dwellers, man. They even tell you that in their science. They say, oh, the original man came from the caves, man. There were cavemen at one point. No, that's your history, man.
That's right.
All right. When you found the Latinos and Native Americans on this land, they were damn sure not in no caves, man.
Right. That's how you know that Esau's so fucking retarded because they even say so easy a caveman can do it.
Right.
You know, Esau don't even know how to wipe their own ass, man. You know, brother, we were talking about it earlier. The British broadcast channel. When Esau came over here, Gad and them, Northern Kingdom teach them how to wipe their own ass, how to bathe and all that, because these men were pissing all over their clothing, trying to wash it, putting blood purity all over their face and hair and all that shit. Man, they're defiled, man. They do everything that's contrary to the Bible, man. It just says not to eat raw meat. They eat raw meat, call it tartar. Hey, I was trying to print out some pictures. It was funny because the same man that I went to go print out slavery pictures about Jake being lynched and Jake going through all slavery, he printed out those pictures. When I came down to me printing out pictures of having him print out pictures of Esau, Edom eating eating raw meat, calling them savages, and then Job 9:24, the hand giving unto the hand of the wicked. He denied it, man. And this man said, I'm not gonna print these. I'm not gonna print these. I said, what? But the previous day, this man printed all the slavery pictures that our people were going through. But this man didn't want to print out the shit that the Esau that describes Esau, man.
Right. And that shows you that's a demon.
That motherfucker was probably eating raw meat. He was going, because he's eating tartar.
Yeah, that shows you it's a demon, like to come against exposing the so-called white man. But but guess what? The Spirit of the Lord, the scriptures say that He's going to be revealed, man, as that man of perdition, man. And there's nothing that anybody can do to stop or upset that prophecy, man. It's gonna come to pass, man. As we surely sit now and do this video, man. You know, with Satan try to fuck with us, we had already started this video, man. And it ended at 44 minutes and 10 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. All right, you know, it's 441, man. It ended saying hindered, nothing was recorded, man. We're doing it again now, man.
That's right.
Right, because then nothing's gonna stop this word from coming out. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, getting exposed for the devil that he is, which devil just means deceiver, man.
Right.
All right. Even with that, he deceived you, saying the devil was a pitchfork man, you know, under the ground, man.
Right.
All right. No, it just means deceiver, somebody who lies, man. That's all this society has been built upon, man. Robberies and lies, man.
Hey, there's nothing you can do against the truth but for the truth. All right. Hey, if I tell you the truth, do I become your enemy? And Esau hates us because we exposing his ass, man. Making him bare, man. Making him niggas, showing him what the fuck who he really is. You know? Hey, but they try to, that's why they set up religions and all this other chaos, BS, these false doctrines, philosophies.
You know, coming saying that everything came from a Big Bang Theory.
Right. Even that is contrary to the Most High, because He lets you know how He did it. All right. But no, it's got to be factual, man. Like they don't have any faith, man. Yeah, it was the Father, man. All right. When you come up with a religion, with a theory, you gotta have more faith to believe in that. That from nothing, for some reason, there was a big explosion. All right. They try to say that before, because right now the earth, the atmosphere is expanding. All right. But they said that before that it was, you know, um, it was pulling in on itself, and then it became so dense that out of nowhere it just blew up, like for no reason, like it just blew up, and then from those minerals that didn't have any life, those rocks that didn't have any life, for some reason, out of an accident, life came, man, and then again more accidents came, and they started forming into fish, you know, and then the fish turned into a frog, the frog into a rat. You gotta have more faith, but even that BS, man. You know, because it's obvious that a creator made us, man. Everything is made perfectly. You know, you'll cut yourself. The body by itself knows already how to heal itself, man. All right. You know, there's different animals that are dependent upon other animals, man. All right, which proves that they were all built, to match you, to grow up with themselves, man. All right. It was all thought out, man. But Esau Edom, being the devil that he is, the so-called white man, he's going to continue to push forth his lies, man. All right? And we can go to Genesis 25 to give more detail on these two nations, man, Jacob and Esau. All right?
Like, I finish this real quick.
Ha, ha, ha.
This is Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Hey, the weak say I'm strong now. Hey, these other heathens are going against you. Alright, you're not the big bad bully anymore, man. Alright, and your shit, your kingdom is crumbling. Alright, it says, the pride of thy heart had deceived thee, though that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, and the habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and who is America's mascot? The eagle. Okay? And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Yeah, who's got the International Space Station, man? It was the first a race between America and Russia, man. All right, Edomites, man, so-called white people. All right, they're proud, man. Go ahead.
It says, if these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they now have stolen till they had enough? Esau takes everything. To the land, to the heritage, and he's a cultural vulture, man.
Yeah, he tried to say that we're the robbers and the thieves. Yeah, you might have some Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that steal here and there. Like they might rob a store, they might rob somebody off the street. But a so-called white man, he robs heritages, he robs lands. All right, he takes everything from you, man. All right. They don't rob in little scales, man. They rob in big scales, man. Committing genocide, man.
And if I can add too, hey, East Edom, man, it puts us, our people in a situation, man, where they have no job, all right, where they do a little petty crime and now they have a felony. They can't even get a job, but they're trying to find a job. To where the point, their family's hungry, their kids are hungry, and they have to resort to crime just to feed their family.
That's right.
You know, you're the one that creates these traps, that puts these drugs and guns in our neighborhood. All right, you're the one that and behind Hollywood that promotes these rappers and tell them to rap about guns and drugs and adultery. Idolatry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Witchcraft.
That's right.
And you got the young generation listening to it, and now they're doing it, man. Yeah, you're behind all that shit, man.
And you niggas that follow that bullshit, hey, like a fucking Kanye West simpleton ass nigga. Hey, cause they got even your own wife recording your bitch ass on the fucking camera. Hey, this man was holding 2 bowls for 2 fucking Edomites while they eating out the fucking pasta, whatever, fucking shrimp and shit out his fucking hand. Using that nigga as a table, man. And you niggas wanna be fucking rap guys, man. You ain't shit but a fucking bitch, man.
That's their leader. That's their leader. That's who they look up to, man. They look up to this man. He's supposed to be this man that got understanding and I guess wisdom, But look at what he's doing, man. He got to serve down to 2 Edomites, man. It's madness, man. You know, hey, that goes to show you, man. This so-called white man, he's just selling you lies, man, because the record labels are owned by so-called Jews, man. All right, you know, and you can see it, man. Hip hop when it first came out, they first spoke about helping, you know, the community, man, staying off drugs, going to school, finishing school, you know, which, you know, even that is bullshit. But you know, at least it was trying to help their own people, man. But slowly and surely, it started moving towards doing
selling drugs,
selling drugs,
make money.
making money.
You know how it helped me out.
You know,
then started to doing drugs.
and then now it's
Now
all
they're
popping.
addicts.
Yeah, now they're addicts, man.
All right,
You know?
the rap they still talk about selling drugs. Now they talk about doing drugs.
Exactly, man.
You know, it's
Yeah.
both ways are fucking folly.
Uh-huh.
But it says if the great gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Esau don't leave shit. How are the things of Esau searched out? And it says, how are his hidden things sought out? Through these scriptures, man. Alright, hey, that's why, hey, back in the day, in slavery times, they'll beat you if they caught you reading the Bible, man.
They kill you.
They'll kill you, man. They'll lynch you. They'll butt break you. They Levi jeans when they got the shit that the two horses, and they'll rip a man's limbs apart, man, in front of his family, man. But you fucking simpletons want to cleave on to these fucking oppressors, thinking this is the way of life, thinking this is I go to work from 9 to 5, even if it's a small business or if it's just a dog walking business. But you're not even working. You don't even own your own business. You don't own shit. You don't own anything.
Yeah,
You don't own your house.
Yeah, you can finish paying off your house.
And then you owe property taxes.
You owe property taxes.
You don't own a goddamn thing in this society. You don't own your children. Then you send them off to school. They teach them bullshit.
Yeah, they were putting little kids on dresses.
Yeah, in the plays.
Yep.
Grown little ass boys in plays, in dresses, man. Hey, it's okay now for a transgender ass kid to go ahead and share a bathroom with your son or daughter.
Well, they were actually bringing drag queens into the kindergarten.
They get reading them
and reading them stories. Man.
And there's one, and you can look it up. There's one like with the horns like a Baphomet, man.
Yeah, and the girl, she was trying to whatever it was. It was saying like who here wants to be a drag queen? Who wants to be a drag queen? And no one knew
what it was.
Like nobody said it yes, and then or nothing. And then I think somebody said he wanted to be a firefighter or nothing. He's like, oh, okay, a drag queen firefighter.
Wow.
Like they're just pushing it on these kids now, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
They have this thing now with Arthur. You know, they came out with Mr. Ratburn being a homosexual, man. Like little kids watch this, man. They're pushing it upon the kids, man.
Oh, you're talking about Channel 11 with the PBS?
Yeah, PBS.
Yeah,
Arthur.
yeah, they be pushing that vibration now with the homosexuality, man. And the Disney Channel, they even have that, man. Where some certain characters are homosexuals, man.
Yeah.
And hey, this is madness, all this going on all around America, man.
Hey, that's why we read in Malachi, it says he's the border of wickedness, man. And that was talking about Esau Edom, man. All you have to do is look around which nation is doing this, man. Who is it? And then you can easily identify, man. Were you done with that, Obadiah?
Yep. Can I back it up also?
Kind of. Yeah.
Or you want me to get the one that you told me to hold?
You get that?
This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? Right. So who is the one who rules? You look at the dollar bill. It's not us, man. It's these so-called white people, man. They rule this place, man. These elites, man. They cover the faces of the true judges, man. They put themselves as the judges. They did the biggest offense, man. Put themselves as our Lord, man.
Yeah, because who they call Jesus Christ, he's a judge, man. He's one of the greatest judges up there, man. He's second to the Most High, man. All right, and they paint him as a so-called white man. All right, when the scriptures, Revelation 1:13, clearly tells you he's a dark-skinned man. In the Spanish, it says as burnished bronze, man. As bronze, man. Okay. But you got more than that?
That was it.
Bible chapter, you get to that the Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Or
Because the exact same way that the wickedness identifies the so-called white man, well, our calamities and our judgments also identify us, man. All right, go ahead. Because Deuteronomy 28 goes into the blessings and the curses of the Israelites. All right, so we start at 45.
Okay, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Yeah, and they should be for a sign, so you can see, oh, you can identify them, you know. Oh, those are that people, man, you know. For a sign and for a wonder, man. Who has been down on the dirt, man? All right. You know, you go, you know, talking about the Northern Kingdom, the Latinos, Native Americans, man. When Cristobal Colon and the Spaniards and the Portuguese came over here, there were some Portuguese missionaries that found natives in Ecuador who, when they asked them whether they were circumcised, they said, yes, we are circumcised, as our ancestors were, man. All right, and they found that the people had names like David, Abraham, Moses. All right, and in Las Lunas, New Mexico, you have a stone with the ancient Paleo Hebrew of the Ten Commandments, man. And that's before the conquistadors came, man. So how is that possible, man? Why is it that the natives, they all wear fringes, which is an ancient Israelite custom? You got the fringes?
Yeah, this is Numbers 15 and 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes and borders of their garments throughout their generations.
Fringes and borders should be throughout the generations, and that's already an established fact that is native garments, man.
Look at Issachar, man. All the tribes, man. But Issachar has like your Galvan, you know. That's a custom that we have.
I went to Mexico and got this from Mexico, man. And there's still people down there calling themselves Mayans, man. They don't identify as Mexicans, man.
And if I can say too, when I went down to, let me read on just to.
The reason I say that is because Esau, the so-called white man, he's so prideful. He said he done away with all the Mayans, man. No, there's still something down there. Even though the Mayans or the Aztecs and the Aztecs and the Mexicans are the same people, man. All right, but I got this from some Mayans, man, which are Zebulonites, man.
And that they put upon the fringes of the borders of ribbon of blue. So that's why you see the brothers with this, man. All right, you know. And when I went to Mexico not too long ago, and at this one market they were selling it's the thing that Issachar dances with. You know, it had fringes on it. There were wooden fringes, and all of the things you tied onto you had borders of blue. You know, I said, hey, and it said that the spirit bears witness, man. If I can get that too, and this is the book of Romans, chapter 8 and 16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High, man. All right, and what's the Spirit, man? All right, John 6 and 63. It is the Spirit that quickeneth; the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life, man. So the things, these words that are written in the book, that's the Spirit, man. All right, hey, these prophecies, hey, and you read Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Those prophecies are about the curses upon our people. That's our life, man, on a day-to-day basis, man. All right, you know, you have to go to your enemy and want of all things for water, food, clothing. You know, you have your own brother having an evil eye on your back, man. You know, hey, this is we're in a this is little village, man. This is a rough neighborhood, man. You know, we go out in the streets, man. You know, hey, Jake out here, where you from? What are you doing on my hood? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. It's part of the curses, man. You go to a Skokie, all right, and these Jewish neighborhoods, man. You walk over there and shit, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Maybe Esau's gonna say, "What are you doing here?" Right. But You ain't gonna get checked over there. You don't see Jewish people checking each other standing on the block.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
that's only us.
one of the curses was like, I should be evil towards your brother, man. That's not happening to so-called white people, man. That's not happening to the Israelis over there. They're not over there divided against each other.
And gangs and shit.
Yeah, right here, you gotta know which blocks are certain gangs, man. You go to the wrong block, man, it's the same people. But he'll kill your ass, man. You know?
Hey,
No, go ahead.
no, cause in the hurricane when everything was flooded, and there was him interviewing a dude. Cause like, why aren't you in safety? He was, cause they're killing people in there,
Shit.
and they try to make him like he's crazy. They gonna shut off the camera and like, they fucking killing motherfuckers in there. Esau don't care about you. Hey, the synagogues and Satan's and all that. And Joel Osteen, he didn't want to open his church to.
Oh yeah, down in Texas.
Right, and they paid for this church. They paid for everything that he owns, man.
And it wasn't until they got social media to blast them, then he opened up the doors, man.
Right,
To
yeah.
show you that they're hypocrites, man. They're only out there for an image, man. All right. Same thing as the so-called white man. He's trying to show you that he's innocent, he's fair, but no. The way he got this land was through rape, rob, and murder, man. Through deceit, man. Because the natives, they weren't, they received them with open arms, man. They were showing them how to farm. They gave them perfume because they stink, you know. But how did they repay them? With the sword, man.
Can I back you up?
All right. Yeah.
It's John 10:10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
That's
I
right.
come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. Right. So what the brother just said describes the scripture, man. That's how Esau came over here, man. He stole, he killed and destroyed, man. He took during Thanksgiving that you people celebrate, man.
Yeah.
That was a whole genocide, man.
What's so thankful about that? Killing millions of Native Americans.
Right.
I got a quick one. This is Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. The war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil. Yet were they drawn swords. And hey, why was a sword drawn if because Esau's a fucking devil, man. He's a deceiver. All right, he played the fucking role trying to be the nice guy, but hey, he's a wolf in sheep clothing, man.
That's it. He was smiling in your face, but in his head he's talking mad shit. You know.
Hey, Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that builded a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. Hey, America was built on the blood, sweat, and tears on the so-called Negro, so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos, man. And to this day, who benefits from slavery?
Hey, and that woe, W-O-E, you look it up, it means destruction,
That's
man.
right.
Destruction unto those who build the city upon blood, man. You know, you guys might not believe in the Heavenly Father, but that don't mean that don't make him any less real. You know, you guys are definitely gonna have to answer for your wickedness, man. All right, and the Bible condemns you, man. All the characteristics of the wicked fit the so-called white man. You know, we didn't write the Bible. We just letting you know what it is, man. And guess what, man? The characteristics that fall upon Jacob do fall upon us, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right? And we want to be with our Father, man. We want him to establish righteousness, man. And the way that he's going to establish righteousness is by uprooting that evil root so that the good, nice plant can be planted in, man. All right? So we're going to go into some more descriptions in that Genesis, man. And this is the spirit, man. Because we were supposed to start with the Genesis, but the spirit's been hot, you know, and we've been going into Esau, man. You know, we're gonna end it off by giving more, ending off where we're supposed to start, which it's even still good because it's just the cherry
on top.
on top, man.
Icing on the cake, man.
That's it, man.
Because hey, man, his blessing was the sword, man. And this man, hey, Bible shot real quick before you end it off with that. This is Habakkuk 2:5. It says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine. Alright, his false philosophies, his false doctrines, and because the scripture says he staggereth and stumbleth, but not by strong drink. Hey, our people are fucked up in the head for falling off after the ways of Esau. Alright? Because all the Big Bang Theory and all this other bullshit. And it was funny because this man was asking these atheists a question. You know, he gave him a book. He's like, you don't believe in God? Like, no. Whoa, whoa. And he's like, he gave him a book full of pictures and colors and all vibrant colors and all that. He goes, so you think all these? He's like, who made this book? You think it just fell from the sky? You got to be an author to it. You know, all these beautiful creations in this book. They're like, yeah. They're like, so how much about like he going back into our DNA, our bloodline, and all that? He goes, there got to be an author to us. And who's that? The Heavenly Father, man. You know, y'all exalt yourself as the Most High, but y'all do everything contrary to the Most High. Y'all don't believe in the Most High. You know, because if you believe in the Most High, the Scripture says, "Be ye doer of the word, not hearers only." Y'all ain't doers of the word. Y'all ain't even hearers only.
They do the complete opposite.
That's right. It says he is a proud man. Isn't it proud to be an American? Don't they teach you that in school? Right. In school, when we first got it, I don't know if y'all did it, but I remember like in first grade they made us pledge allegiance to the flag.
Yeah.
All that other bullshit, man. What the fuck was little ass kids? You don't know that shit. And that's what them programming us, man.
And they also say, and to the republic for which it stands.
Yeah, yep.
So it shows you guys aren't your own country, man. You guys, you know, ultimately now you guys are serving the bankers, man.
That's right.
You know, but it was never about one nation, man. You know, it's a bunch of bullshit, man.
That's right.
That one nation is that new world government that they're trying to bring forth now. But they tried that during the time of Babel, man. All the people were coming together, speaking the same language. And what did the Lord do? He upset them, divided the nations, and scattered the people, man. He's not about that, man. He has his people Israel, and through the prophecies and the curses, we're identified as them people, man.
Right.
Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. We're waking up to who we are. Waking up to who this devil is too, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man.
That's right. They try to explain equality, but throughout the world scriptures, there's no such thing as equality. This is a superior nation. It is a basis of man. Who's Esau, Edom?
That's right.
And Job said, I don't even let him sit with my dogs. Hey, what does Esau do with the dogs, man? Look that shit up.
The women are all over the internet, man. Having sex with dogs.
Yep.
They're women.
Horses, all types of, man. I seen bugged out videos. They're just like, what the fuck? Wish I never seen them, but hey.
In Jackass, you got these guys taking shots of bull semen, man.
Oh my god, yep. Fear Factor.
Yeah.
They were drinking chugs of animal semen.
That's mad.
And I think that's what got the show canceled. Supposedly. It says, neither keepeth at home, who is larger his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. That's what it is, man. This man is a culture vulture. He wants to be everybody besides Esau, Edom.
That's right, man. That's right, man. All these movies about the Bible, they made one about Moses. They made one about Jesus. They made one about, Noah, Samson. All right, they recognize all these people, but one of the main villain in the scriptures, Esau, Edom. There's nothing on him though. It's because they have a motive to hiding it, man. Because they're the actual Edomites, man. Even the Jews acknowledged white people as the Edomites, man. They called Trump the Tekken of Esau, man, which means the helper of Esau, man. All right. So what about that, man? Volkan Malone says the Jews Esau's done away with, but the fake Jews just called Trump the Tekken of Esau, man. What's up with that, man? They know who you guys are, man.
And if I can add too, man. There was this one sales guy that knocked on my door. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to him, and he was telling me he was from I think from Sudan. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, and he's like, about the real Jews were black. I was like, oh yeah, I know. And he was telling me he knew that we even the Northern Kingdom. He was from over there. He's like, yeah. He knew that we were Israelites. I was like, wow. These heathens know who we are, man. And he knew that those Jews occupying the land of Israel were the fake Jews, man. A lot of those Palestinians and Jordanians that are around Israel, they know that those are not the real Jews, man. They know that the Negro and we are the real Jews, the real Israelites, man. That's right. Yeah. These people know, man. These heathens know, but our people are blind, man.
Yeah, the only people that don't know is our own people, man. And that's a shame, man. But either way, 2/3 of our people are gonna be destroyed, man, because they love their daddy, the so-called white man. All right, but you know, the elect is gonna wake up, man. And that's all it is, man. Revelations 2:9. I know thy works and thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. It's talking about us, man. We have to work. We have to travail in this world, man. You know, we're in poverty, man, but we are rich, man, because we have the blessing of the Heavenly Father, man. We were the ones that were chosen, man. We were called. The one writes us out. We continue to the end. We'll be chosen, man. It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not,
That's right.
but are the synagogue of Satan, man. So the Bible warned you that there was going to be a group of people that are going to call themselves Jews and are not, man. And who dwells in synagogues, man? These fake Jews, these Israelis, man. They're the synagogue of Satan, man.
That's right.
All right. So finally, get to this Genesis. You
I'm
know,
cool how it ended. Oh,
that's all good. You know, it's a nice chunk right there too.
This is Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Where's the equality in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say father, say mother.
Hey, but one should be superior than the other. Hey, one stronger than the other. Hey, there's no equality in there.
Hey, well, why do you think they're stealing Negroes and Latinos organs all
Right.
around the major metropolitan cities, man?
Right.
You know, organ harvesting is big business, man. You know, you get a part for $20,000, man, $50,000, $100,000, man, and they're getting Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans because one was stronger than the other, man. The Lord built us better, man. All right, white people, man, they got a short life clock, man. They hit 40, man. They hit the damn wall, man. You know, looking like grim reapers, man.
And fucking that too, man. Hey, how the scripture says in Matthew, we are the salt of the earth, man. So to that, these we're that taste. We had that taste, man. We had that flavor to the meat, man. You know who dominates the sports, man. All right, if it wasn't for Jake in the U.S. Olympics, man, we wouldn't be winning all these years, man. It's Jake that may be the fastest in the track field, and you know what I'm saying, and wrestling, and you know, and playing football, shooting hoops, man. All right, you know who can sing the best, man? All right, it's Jake, man. The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. We had that nice tone of voice and stuff, you know.
Hey,
All right.
All they gotta do is look up basketball before black people join in, man.
Oh, shit.
This is professional basketball. These guys throwing the ball like this, no salt, no flavor. That's all you gotta do. Look it up, man.
Hey, who's the best dancers, man? You know, Jake.
Bro, we better at everything. Hey, that's why the women come to us. That's why they come to our restaurants. They got jiggle. Hey, when they open their restaurants, hey, they fucking got who's cooking in the back? Jake. Hey, we're better dancers. And we're better in everything. Ball players. Hey, who dominates the sport area? The boxing, all the way to UFC, all the way to tennis. Tiger Woods. You know, everything, man.
Golf, man.
And these women don't want to deal with these fucking Peckerwoods, man.
Yeah, before white was a social construct, you know, being white. Before that, there was a so-called white women that were getting with slaves, man. And their penalty was that they became a slave too, and they were still doing it, man. And guess what? Because they were down with it, man. But then that's why they created being white, so that if you weren't white, then you couldn't vote, you couldn't own, you know, you couldn't do any a bunch of stuff, man. You know, it made it more of a hurdle, man. So that women would flock more towards Caucasians, man. You know.
Yeah, for that too, man. You know, hey, Esau is a weaker nation, man. You know, they have no talent, they have no salt, man. Look at their music, the heavy metal and stuff, the way they dance, the mosh pit. You know, they have to kick and do all because they've got songs they can't move and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they sing, they go. You
Their
know
food is garbage. They don't know how to season chicken.
Look at-
burgers and hot dogs, man.
Right, the American cuisine is fucking garbage. It's so simple.
Look at a jackass,
Even a
man.
caveman could do it.
They had those movies, Jackass, man. Had a whole bunch of freaking Edomites that can't. They have no talent. They just do stupid things, jumping off
Hurting
buildings,
themselves.
and hitting each other in the balls, doing some sodomite as talents and shit. Like they call that salt and talent. You know, that's some stupid ass shit, man. They got no talent, man.
They so
Drinking horse cum or ball or You know what? Yeah, it's just disgusting, man.
Even
You know?
in their own kingdom, they're fucking losers.
That's right.
Damn,
When-
motherfuckers, that must suck.
Yeah.
It's your heaven. You
Well,
fucking
they'll only be right once they get put under us.
That's right. You're a two-time loser, man.
There's Matthew 5:13. You're the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
He was talking to the Israelites, man. And that scripture is twofold, man. Because we're salt of the earth. We got the flavor, we got the funk, and we got the sazon, we got the spice. You know, make everything taste good, man. Mexicans, they cook every other nation's food, man. Even better than they do, man. You know. But the other fold of that is, you know, we were blessed with the word, man.
This is the
You
real
know,
thing.
which is the true blessing, the true salt, man. So you know, that's why we got to continue, you know, to be salted even within ourselves. Study and push this word, because he is the water himself, you know, so we can stay salty, man, with this with this life, man, this word of life. All right, you know. But that's who the Lord gave the word to, man. I could get there really quick in Isaiah 9, you know. You know, we're the ones bringing forth this word, so that even in itself shows us that we are the Israelites. Isaiah 9 and 8, it says, the Lord sent a word into Jacob, and it had lighted upon Israel, man. Not upon Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, and we can get that too. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 3, verse 16. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, all right. Unto Abraham he gave Isaac, and unto Isaac thou also gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put Esau by, like he was put to the side. Like you tell somebody, go sit down, man. You put him to the side, and so Jacob became a great multitude, man. All right, and who was taught to be fruitful and multiply, man? The Israelites, man. Who has 10, 15 children households, man? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right. That again, more characteristics that we're the Israelites, man. All right. You know, we go back to that Genesis, it'll tell you some more, man.
This is Genesis 25 and 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on his heel, on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
Right, and Jacob held his heel because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. We're at the end times. So-called white man's the one ruling.
That's right.
His end is Jacob's rulership, man.
I got it right here.
Go
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
That's it, man. That's plain, man. We proved Esau is the so-called white man. So we see his downfall going down now. All right, his economy is dwindling. All right, you have like 4 million cars that haven't been sold. Your crops are drowning right now. You're supposed to have planted 60% of your seeds already. You're under 30%. All right, all the nations are looking at you funny.
They're hooked on opioids.
Hooked on opioids. That's
Homeless.
right. Homeless.
Losing their job.
Losing their job. It's all going down, man. And Jacob is finding out who they are. Go ahead.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Who likes to go hunting, man? Who wears the on the regular the camo hats, the camo shirts, the camo shoes? Who goes to hunting seasons, man? All right. Who hunts as a sport, man?
It takes a selfie with animals.
After they don't kill him.
A rhino.
It's a so-called white man. He was a cunning man. Go read that again, brother.
And Esau was a cunning hunter and a man of the
A
field.
man of the field, man. You look at look up videos on wilderness survival. You know, it's gonna be a so-called white man. You know, with a knife, You know, which his blessing was a sword. Somebody can get that too.
Yeah.
No, it was somebody else. So you keep reading on this.
Well, that's Genesis 27 and 40.
Uh-huh.
Um, Esau was a cunning hunter and an animal of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in the tents.
Dwelling in tents, man. You know, because that's what Jacob loves to do. That's what Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans love to do. Oh, I'm gonna go chill at the crib, man. You know, it's like being, you know, that's all we like to do, man. We like to chill at the crib. We got our drink, we got our women. You know, we got what we need, our food, and we're fine, man. You know, I've met plenty of Jakes in my life, man. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's all we like to do, man. Any other Jake out there can can how you say it? Can agree with that fact, man. You know, that's how it is, man.
This Genesis, you said 34.
27 and 40.
All right. This Genesis 27 and 40. And by the sword shalt thou live.
Read 37.
37.
Yeah.
Genesis 27 and 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord.
36.
Genesis 27 and 36. And he said, Is not thou rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times.
Yeah, and Jacob is a big supplanter, man.
Yeah.
Jacob, they're out there in the street hustling. Hey, man, just last night, man, me and the brother Abraham went to the liquor store, and there was a Jake outside, you know, hustling people, man. He was like, hey, man, can you do me a favor, bro? And we already knew. Our people, we know ourselves already, man. And we just didn't pay him no mind. We just kept going, man. Because he's just trying to supplant, come up on some money, man. You know? Was it like 2 weeks ago? There was a Jake couple, a so-called Negro and a Negro woman. He was trying to supplant the brothers, man.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I had this
yeah.
check. I had this check. You know,
Trying to cash it.
yeah, you know, I gotta cash it, but since we changed address, you know, I gotta get a different ID and all this other, you know, man is talking in circles just so we cash it, give him the money, and he'll give us a check that's gonna bounce, man.
No, damn well you don't even need an address and all that.
Yeah, you know, madness, man.
Shit crazy as hell.
You know, I'll give you that 2 for $5, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, those other, you know, madness, man.
Yeah, that ultimate supplant was that birthright, man.
Yeah.
Esau's mad as hell.
Maybe that was ordained by the Lord. Like we read, the older shall serve the younger, man.
Yep, and what they do it for? A red pottage
Yeah.
of meat.
Hey,
And what they eat
so
to this day.
You get on deck, Bobby we get that too.
He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. He said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for his servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac and his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of the heaven from above.
And that's what the so-called white man has right now. He has all the oil, all right. You know, he has a bunch of crops, man. He's living lavishly right now, man. You know, they're out there in all these different resorts, man. They have an abundance, man. Everything's fast food. Everything's at their fingertips, man. All the resources of the earth, man. They have major control over them. All right, go ahead.
And by the sword shalt thou live.
By that sword thou shalt live, and that's exactly how the so-called white man operates, man. If you're not with him, he's gonna throw you down, man. If you don't have a puppet government over him, well, he's gonna bring you down like Venezuela, man. You know, it's madness, man. All that this man knows is war, man. All right, and he is Esau Edom. Go ahead.
And shall serve thy brother, and shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
That's it on that. We'll keep going on that. Genesis.
Come on, you just want to jump down to that,
Just keep reading now.
verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sought pottage.
And there's also Jacob, man. Jacob loved their mamas, man. You know? Yeah, while Esau was over there fucking killing his family. I hate my dad, I hate my mom.
Yeah, right.
Killing his own family and shit.
Hey, you get put Esau on time out. This man premeditating how he's gonna kill his mother and everybody in their household.
He took my Xbox.
They'll kill someone just for
Esau's the
deleting.
only one that does that shit, man.
That's it.
And Jake didn't want to follow Esau, they follow the devil.
Yeah.
And Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me?
So we got that Hebrews.
Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Right. And we just read it in Genesis. There's that red pottage. And Hebrews telling you it's meat. It was that undercooked meat, man.
Right.
Alright? And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, still loves his meat that way. Medium rare. It ain't good if it ain't blood.
Right.
You know? Versus Jacob likes his well cooked, man. You ask any black man, so-called black man, Latino or Native American man, he gonna tell you like his food, his meat well cooked, man. Alright? Because eating meat with blood in it is a sin. It's against the laws of the Lord, man.
That
Even Jake knows it, man. They said that's disgusting, man. Hey, it's just you 2/3 have been hanging around with too many heathens that you love that shit, man.
You have to grow to like that shit. You know? That's it on that Genesis, man. You know, if y'all brothers have any more scriptures, you know, we'll wrap it up. You know, got something?
No, that's it.
You know, but man, the scriptures are plain, man. The characteristics are there. You know, Esau Edom is the so-called white man. You know, he's the man who lives by the sword, who likes that red meat, who lives on the fatness of the earth. All right, he's the border of wickedness, completely against everything that the Bible speaks of. If there's a law, you damn sure know that the so-called white man is doing the exact opposite of that.
That's right.
All right, and Jacob is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who fall under the laws, the curses for not following the law, statutes, and commandments, and they even still hold some to this day, like doing the fringes in the clothes. All right, you know, being a supplanter, you know, being a tent dweller, just chilling at the crib,
Salt the earth,
salt of the earth, having, you know, the strength, you know, the flavor,
being fruitful and multiplying.
being fruitful and multiplying. That's right, the water brother. You know, having many children, you know, and it's all there, man. It's not a coincidence. It's facts, man.
That's right.
All right. And as we read, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, man. This is our time is coming. You know, we gotta wait on our Father. You know, because you know, without Him, we can do nothing, man. And we gotta, we as the people, gotta come back to Him and realize that He is our strength and He is our power, man. And through Him, you know, He's gonna give us the kingdom, man. All right. So, amen. With that, we hope the elect out there was edified. We're gonna end by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rahakodash.
Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who really teach well. And shalom to the elect out there that pushes forth this word in truth and in sincerity. To you brothers, we say shalom.
Shalom.
Amen. And a Baba Ball.
Ball.